obviously he just called her out and said that there was too much hair grease in his hair.
Did he put a name on that bullet? Did he say her name? Yeah, Shorty be doing my hair. She be going heavy handed on the grease. No, it wasn't about her. And so to inject yourself and to make yourself a public figure now by speaking out is going to be to your detriment, because now I know that you don't even know how to shut up. And there's an art to shutting up.
All right, Rodney, we got to talk about the controversial knee taken by Gervonta Davis during his fight against Lamont Roach Saturday night. Of course, in round 9, Davis appears to take a knee, and then he goes and gets his face wiped down with the towel. Of course, this should have been called a knockdown, but was missed by legendary referee Steve Willis. That ultimately cost Roach the WBA lightweight title, or many people think that. So after the bout, it was Davis that was the most shocked by the fight ending in a draw. He later came out and said what happened in round 9 was that he had hair grease in his eyes from getting his hair done 2 days prior to the fight. However, the hairstylist is saying that she did his hair the Wednesday before and that she didn't even use grease. Rodney, what is your reaction to the outcome of the fight and what the hairstylist had to say?
This is why I hate social media, is because it gives a platform to people who should be voiceless. And I say that with all love and respect, but with truth and honesty underneath it, right? Like this young woman who did his hair, instead of being on the side of your client and kind of creating an opportunity for people to recognize you as a hairstylist who is not a goofy and creating more business for yourself, you decided to be a clout chaser and say some disparaging things about probably your most expensive client. It's just dumb. And I think that social media it intoxicates people to feel like they got to say things that they shouldn't. Just shut up and do hair, and you could be paid a lot of money. You if anything, come out and say, yeah, I did go a little heavy on the grease. You protect your multi-million-dollar client, fam. You don't ostracize them.
You think it's okay that Tank got up there and said, I basically lost this fight because my hairstylist put too much grease. That's really taking a jab at her. And she's saying wait a second. Why is that a jab?
How was that a jab?
He's lying. I did your hair Wednesday. I didn't do your hair Thursday or Friday. I did your hair Wednesday.
Samaria. If I got a lie to protect my multi-million-dollar brand and you doing hair out of your kitchen, you shut up and you get on my team. Even if I'm lying, you shut up and you ride the bandwagon that's compensating you. This is how you protect brands. The whole.
They still working together.
Did she just do his hair for his most recent fight?
Yes, but I'm saying obviously he just called her out and said that there was too much hair grease in his hair.
Did he put a name on that bullet? Did he say her name? Yeah, Shorty be doing my hair. She be going heavy handed on the grease. No, it wasn't about her. It's not about her. I am the biggest draw in boxing right now. Anything that I say is not around, does not revolve around you. And so to inject yourself and to make yourself a public figure now by speaking out is going to be to your detriment, because now I know that you don't even know how to shut up. And there's an art to shutting up. She don't know it.
But I think that you need to protect your brand. Everybody knows who his hairstylist is.
Samaria, you knew who she was before 2 days ago?
Let me tell you something. I do not look at Gervonta Davis stuff like that.
So do you think that most people follow Gervonta Davis's hairstylist? Is that what you think? Have you seen her Instagram page?
I'm sure some people probably do, but I don't.
What I'm saying is, within a curated bubble, sure, people know who she is, maybe in her community locally, but she put herself on a national platform now to be a part of a conversation that is not good for business, right? Let's say, for instance, there's a client of hers who's thinning and they need additional help or support or with their hair. Now they're like, damn, this person might out me because my thinning, and I don't know, if I gotta go on a public platform, maybe she's going to.
I think, Rodney, this is what I feel like. Everybody obviously was talking about him taking a knee. That was the biggest thing, him getting his face wiped down. People were trying to figure that out in real time, right? So then after that, he comes out and says, I had too much hair grease in my hair and I just got my hair done. So now people are going to find who his hairstylist is.
Wait. Samaria, does she have other boxing clients that having grease in their hair is going to stop them from being able to fight a championship bout? I'm sorry, is she Is that what you saying her clientele base
I
is?
think that we need to understand that, like you just said, social media is a thing. And you don't feel like people were coming over there attacking her if they're fans. Like, why did you put so much grease in his head? And now he says he can't see because of all the grease. You don't think that she felt compelled to respond to people because people were blaming her? I think so.
No, I think she felt compelled to respond because this is what people do. If you are in a service industry, right? I don't give a damn if you a cook, if you a nanny, electrician, a plumber. Do not come to my house and tell people what goes on in my home. If I say like, yeah, man, you know, my toilet was clogged up, I don't need you going behind and be like, yeah, he be taking big. I ain't had nothing to do with his piping. I didn't install the piping. Like, don't just...
Rodney, the point of the matter is we all know that there was not any grease in his eye. So why would you get...
Why do we know that? Why do we know that?
Rodney.
Why do we know that? I'm sorry.
There was no grease in that man's head.
Yo, you make that's a wild assumption
there
to make.
Was no grease in his eyes. So for you to then get out and come out of your way to say, oh, it was grease in my eyes.
Okay, so then why do you think he took a knee?
It was not grease from his head. He took a knee because he probably got hit in the... Like, he got hit. Did he not get hit in his face?
Okay, and so do you think that that is something to take a knee for?
Obviously, he felt like he needed to take a knee. You can't do that, so why did he do it?
Do you feel like he needed to take a knee or that was a knee-worthy hit?
I don't know what was going on in his mind. Obviously, he was getting hit before. I feel like I think that he took a knee because he was getting ready to like...
He was getting ready to what?
Probably fall down.
No, he wasn't. That's not even what took place.
You're not even supposed to take a knee though.
You can actually, in boxing rules, you are actually allowed to take a knee.
Is that not? Right? But that's considered a knockdown.
No, if you have no. See, that's not the rule. If there is a physical exchange and then you take a knee, then that is one thing. What he did was they had a physical exchange. He backed up. There was no liver shot for a delayed reaction. He backed up, was prepared to fight, but he had something in his eye clearly. Gervonta took a lot more vicious punches in that match that nearly wobbled him and nearly made him really take a knee. That wasn't the case in this instance. He clearly has something in his eye. I don't understand how you don't want to put yourself in the position of his shoes by envisioning what actually went into his eye, but you're very adamant about the fact that it wasn't grease.
What I'm saying is he could have just said something was in my eye. The point of the matter is, Rodney, he could have said something was in my eye and I needed to get my face wiped down. Why did you then have to come out and put your hairstylist on blast saying there was too much grease in my head? That's what I'm saying. So she has every right to come out and defend herself.
Do you think it helps her? Okay, last thing. Do you think it helps or hurt her to come out and make these statements saying all of these things about Tank Davis? Or do you think it would have helped or hurt her had she just been like, I do Tank Davis's hair? What do you think is more beneficial to her career going forward?
I mean, I feel like she's probably still going to have the same clientele. She may even have more clientele because she has more exposure. I think that it hurt Tank Davis because it clearly seems like he's spiraling over here. Like, we're not even talking about all of the other things that he's doing. He's tardy all the time. He was yelling at his trainer. Like, he just put his hairstylist on blast. Like, clearly it seems like some things going on in his personal life. And I feel like his hairstylist had every right to come out and defend herself. Yeah, clearly Rodney and I cannot get to any common ground on this. So we want to hear from you all. What did you make of the way that Tank Davis called out his hairstylist for having too much grease in his hair? And do you feel like it was right for her to then come out and defend herself? We want to hear from you.